And we are back to talk about Global Entrepreneurship Week. Joining us for this conversation, we have Ms. Monique Usher, who is the business advisor from Beltrade. We have Mr. Carlington Burrell, who is the project manager for the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center, and Ms. Kashika McDonald, who is the marketing officer for the same Caribbean Climate Change Innovation Center. Welcome for this conversation. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Right. I know that global entrepreneurship is very eventful and happening, and there's a lot going on. So, Monique, why don't you start off by telling us what's kicking off the week?
So good morning. I come from the Small Business Development Center. It's a unit of Beltrade. And earlier in September, we were on set and we had a little teaser about Global Entrepreneurship Week, and we had mentioned that Global Entrepreneurship Week will be kickstarted with the Startup Bootcamp. So there's a lot of exciting events happening at the center, but today we're here to share with you about the Startup Bootcamp, which is a very intense, exciting event that we're having. And so we have representatives from the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center who are here to tell you a little bit more about what to expect this weekend.
Okay, and it is a boot camp. Let's just start off with that. Moni, please explain before we allow these people to convince us to hunker down for 2 days and think.
Sure, it's a boot camp. It's 54 hours. We like to think of it as a marathon. So when you attend this event, we say bring your sneakers, bring a lot of energy. You bring your ideas because you come to share and network. It's a platform that's very rewarding because there's more to the boot camp than just the 54 hours. You get to network, connect with key influential people in the tech, the green clean tech industry, and so it's very exciting. We are encouraging people who have not signed up yet for the bootcamp to do so. We know it's only a couple hours away from the actual start of the bootcamp, but you still have time to get in.
Okay, so let's get the backdrop on the Climate Change Innovation Center. Of course, you guys are both from Jamaica.
Yes.
Tell us about what you do.
Well, I am the project manager for the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center. We are one of 7 such units across the globe.
Okay.
It's a huge initiative by the World Bank. You know, so we have other hubs in like Morocco, Vietnam, South Africa, Kenya, India. So, you know, just to name a few. So CCIC in the Caribbean is a consortium of 2 companies, which is the SRC, the Scientific Research Council, which is in Jamaica, and the CARIRI, which is the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute in Trinidad. So, you know, we partnered together, and we're a regionally driven institution. So we have been rolling out several boot camps across the region. We have done 5 so far. This is the 6th one. We have done Jamaica, St. Lucia, Antigua, Barbados, and Trinidad, of course. So, you know, it's been very, very successful.
So where did the idea of a boot camp get started? I mean, when we talk about, and we've had many conversations about entrepreneurship, innovation, climate change, it's a long, drawn-out process. Do your research, do your market research, start talking to people, get a mentor, all these different elements to be able to get to the point of a startup. What made you think 2 days or 54 hours is the best way to go?
Well, our main motto is fighting climate change through innovation and entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And what's the best way to do such a thing? To create unique programs that can be retrofitted to our target market. So bootcamp is intense, but we get the educational component. We get the experts to come in to gather key information on what is happening in each country, because we may not know, but the experts know.
Yeah.
And that would draw attention, because you need attention for these such events. You need to get policy, you need to get government, you need to get all the different stakeholders' attention, and such an event we tailor it to meet that. And while we're still having fun, the bootcamp is fun and it's educational, and as someone mentioned once before, we have to make climate change sexy, because everyone should be a part of it to make a difference.
So tell us about the actual boot camp. What would be the typical rundown of the day?
All right, well, start of the bootcamp, we always have an idea generation session, so which is today. We have it today at VTech, and this is where we have all the industry experts. We have from energy, we have water and waste management, sustainable agriculture, the list goes on for our thematic areas. And we'll have a discussion about what is the need for the country. And then our participants will develop solutions to make businesses, and it's open to persons who have their solution already, and then a lot of persons will be there and retrofit their business to meet the specific needs. So that is what the idea generation session is for. And then we go on to the boot camp, and the boot camp is where the fun begins. But we have our trainers, or we have trainers, our trainers currently are from Maktub, and they have hosted various events from Nigeria all over the world. And what we teach our companies what to expect, the roadmap. They will learn how to pitch. They do exercises on how to present themselves to persons. They learn how to develop their prototype. So there's a lot of prototype development. And all of our programs are corely focused on mentorship, because you need guidance from the persons who have been out there before to help you. So it's a very intense mentorship program. So, and then we have them to do more pitches and exercises and tailor it. And then at the end, they will be pitching to investors and their colleagues. So it's a flowing, it's a long event. But trust, it's memories that will last a lifetime.
Now, Monique, people who are going to be attending the boot camp have already been selected.
We had a application process, and to date we have, I would say, about 50 interested parties, and we have 32 sign up. So the interest is there.
Yeah.
And it's something that has been very insightful for us at the center. And you know what, for us at the center, and you would know, a lot of what we do gets done through partnership, because we're a very small unit, but it's through the partnership that we manage to have that outreach and to reach our target audience. So it's very rewarding.
I was going to talk about the partnership that you have with CCIC.
Yeah.
What made you reach out to this organization?
Well, you see, we have a very strong network, a very strong ecosystem in the Caribbean. We have key players from in CARICOM, key players from the government of Canada. We have key players in the World Bank. So we have a strong network. So Beltrade for us is like an excellent partner. They have been doing such excellent work on the ground, and we have been rolling out several key events. The planning just runs so smoothly. So we guys just come in and just fit right in, But in terms of the partnership, we can, Tamika can. Kashika.
They were the right fit. They were highly recommended by our hub representative, and to be honest, we have not been disappointed. We love them so much, and we have to be commenting Monique and her team for an excellent job. They've been perfect. They've been our support system. So the partnership was just ideal.
So you guys come in to do the boot camp. You have put in all the preliminary work, the applications, whatnot. What's the demographic of the applicants? Are we seeing students? Are we seeing people already involved in climate change or innovation?
It's a combination. We have students who have expressed interest, which is very exciting, because you want to start the conversation with the young folks to have it carry on. We also have persons who are already in the business who want to get customer validation, who want to revisit their business model to see if it's something that's fitting for Belize. So it's a cross section of individuals. We have persons who are into marketing, and so it's very exciting to see the interest that we've gathered to date.
So that's it? There are no more opportunities for people who watch now and say, "Oh, I want to come"?
Definitely.
Monique is saying she finished her application. You guys are talking about.
No. Well, if they're interested, they should definitely come to the Idea Generation session today.
Yeah.
It starts at 9.
Yeah.
So there's still opportunity, and the deadline is at 12 a.m.
Okay.
Right.
So there still is time.
Yes,
there is.
Talk us through this process. How do you encourage, and you had the experience in different countries so far, what is it like having a group of diverse people in front of you and trying to get them to, one, bring forward their idea, understanding how competitive it is to be an entrepreneur? How do you get the ball rolling with them?
Well, the first thing you have to tell someone, you have an idea. A lot of entrepreneurs are fearful that, hey, someone will steal my idea.
That's right.
But if you sit on that idea, someone else will come up with it. Nothing, everything is retrofitted. There's something out there in existence. So you have to be the first person out the gate. That's something I always sit and tell them. Never be fearful of losing something, because you always can learn and make it better. And this event is something that will show you what else can be done, because we test the sustainability of your business, and we tell you what is unique about your business and what you should focus on. So if you keep it inside, how are you going to know? How are you going to grow? How are you going to export? an idea is just an idea until you make something out of it.
You know, I want to also note that our trainers, they're brilliant.
Yes.
You know, they get the idea out of you, you know, and they take you to the various process. And also I must note that we have several, you know, expert players across the market, so from marketing to telecoms, to technology, to business. You know, we have a strong panelists and strong mentors, you know, working with them. So, you know, they help to flesh out their ideas and to, you know, guide them, you know, hold hand, but, you know, like running while holding hands.
So these experts, they're local experts or sourced from CIC?
Local experts. We reached out to our stakeholders and we got interest from the Department of Environment. We have from the Ministry of Energy, and just to name a few, but it's a cross section. We have individuals who are from business support organizations. So it's a well blended team of group of mentors that we have for the event.
Okay.
We have young, we have seasoned veterans, so it's going to be very exciting. We are looking forward to the event.
And then from idea generation, over the next 2 days, you take them from that coming up with the idea, to pitching it.
Yes.
What needs to be done in between? I thought once you have an idea, you just pitch it.
Well, we always have our prelim pitch. So that's just your raw pitch.
Yeah.
That you just come, you pitch, and then from there, the group would vote on the top 11, and so based on the demographic of the group, the top ideas. And then from there, we'll form teams. And the trainers will evaluate them and guide them on what they need to work on it regarding to their pitching. Because pitching is a big thing for entrepreneurs, that you have to know who you're presenting to.
Absolutely.
You present to an investor different how you present to someone from a school. It's different. So they get that prelim, they do the team formation, they do their prototype development, then they do next round of pitching. So that's practice before the final day, and then they have the third day final pitch. So there's progress. You can see the progress in the work that they're doing. So that's why it's so intense, because we're pretty much helping you build out your entire business just in 54 hours.
And from your experience in other countries, what seems to be the portion of the boot camp that people get most excited about?
The team exercises and the icebreakers.
Tell us more.
This is okay. So it happens with all ages, then.
Okay, I can tell you an experience that happened recently in Antigua. They were out in the courtyard and they were supposed to build a story. So everyone's like, build a story? How is this going to help us build a story? And our trainer Christine is like, just think of something, anything that comes to your mind. And then someone just like, Big Bird. And it's like, okay, what is the story? Big Bird was under the bed. But this is someone that was very quiet. But after the end, they were shouting and their chest was high. And that's how to show you how to bring out your confidence.
Right.
And it's like, look at your audience just like you talk to your friend. So these are the exercises that teach you. So when people say, ooh, bananas, they're like, bananas. But it's various oral exercises, how to form your words and how to develop your confidence. So there's so much things that you can work to build yourself and your presentation that is fun, and you don't even know that, oh, this can help me with business. So you're just my friend. I'm very comfortable talking to you. And the next person in Jamaica was like, think of us like we're your grandma. And once we said that, she was so comfortable. She's like, grandma? Let me tell you about this invention. And the entire audience was cracking up. I said, this is it. Just find what is your comfort zone and retrofit your presentation to match that.
Yes, indeed.
And the challenging portions of the boot camp where people need an extra push.
Well, you see, one of the challenges, you know, I think one of the biggest challenges in the boot camp, because a lot of persons come with their own ideas, but you have to go through idea selection on the final day to do your pitches. So your idea may be selected, but yours is not selected. So the thing is now, you'd have to form a team with the person's idea that was selected. Sometimes persons tend to want to keep their ideas very close to their chest, you know, so. And
Or
then
when I formulate the idea, I don't want anybody else's opinion on it or contribution to it.
But you know, but sometimes you know the person that they're forming the team with, in terms of the team building, they learn and they get so much from that other individual.
Yeah.
You know, so you know it's like going through the process of forming teams. You know, that's always a challenge. You know, the forming, the storming, the norming, and performing. You know, that's one of the. But it's a very good look for the guys.
If you had to summarize the general objective of the boot camp, what do you think the main message would be?
So our main message from the boot camp is like we want to find these entrepreneurs and SMEs, these ventures that we want to develop locally appropriate solution to climate change, so we can, build the economy, so we can, for job growth and, help them to develop and grow, to move from an idea and those that are already in the business from a stage there to commercialization. And not only that, the winner of this bootcamp will be a successful winner to our accelerator program, which is housed in Jamaica.
Oh,
And
and
it's
they do get a grant too, right?
It's a regional accelerator, and it's the first of its kind in the entire Caribbean.
Yes.
There's no other accelerator like ours.
Ooh,
Specific
okay.
for clean technology businesses.
Excellent. So lots to look forward to. Monique, this is just the kickstart, right?
Yes, this is just the start of what will be a very exciting week for us at the center, because we
Yeah.
have 2 other events.
You have your symposium.
The symposium,
Yeah.
that's on the Monday, and then we have the the Global Entrepreneurship Convention that we're having on the 18th.
Okay, so where do people get more information about the events that are taking place?
For persons out there who are interested and would like to sign up for the event, you can call our telephone number 223-3195, and our client management officer will assist you with getting you in the program. And also, if you're out there and you want to stop by our BTech office today for the idea generation session, you're more than welcome to do so.
And is there a cost to do
It's
so?
free.
It's free,
Yes.
people. It's free.
And everybody wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
Where
wins.
does it take place?
It takes place at the Belize Training and Employment Center, housed on the IT Vet compound on Freetown Road.
Can you just drop in if you'd want to see part of the process, or do you have to commit to doing the entire weekend, the entire 2 days?
Well, you can drop in at the idea generation session,
Okay.
and you have a little idea about what to expect from the idea generation. But we encourage you to sign up and be a part of the entire weekend. We
Yes.
promise you you won't regret it, and it will help you personally and business-wise.
And if persons want to find out more information about the CCIC,
Well, we're very popular. You can visit our website, which is www.caribbeancic.org, or you can visit our Facebook page, which is Caribbean CIC, or YouTube, Caribbean Climate Innovation Center, LinkedIn with the same name, our Instagram account, Caribbean CIC.
Oh, you're everywhere.
So we're everywhere.
Just like Caribbean CIC. You'll see.
All right, it kickstarts on Friday evening, 4:30.
No. It starts on Friday at 9.
Friday at 9. Oh, in the morning.
In
and
the
this
morning.
Information gathering session that you have?
That's today.
Today.
That's today, okay. So it starts Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. right through until Sunday,
Until Sunday.
where they'll deliver the pitches.
Yes.
And there'll be a judging.
Yes.
I know we're Caribbean persons, so I keep pointing people like, oh, it's so long. There will be food, guys.
Food and fun. All you have to say is some music's involved and that's it.
Yes.
Yes. And key players in the region as well.
Exactly.
oh wow.
Yes, that's important.
a
big
Very
network.
important.
Big network all over the Caribbean.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
Anything else you'd like to share, Monique, from Beltrade's perspective in terms of entering into Global Entrepreneurship Week?
In terms of Global Entrepreneurship Week, like I mentioned, we kickstart with the Startup Bootcamp. We have this symposium at the university that we do with the University of Belize on the 14th, and that will be at the George Price Center. And if you can't attend that event, we have the convention, and just like to mention that for the convention, it's actually 4 events in one day. So we have the convention, we have an exhibition, we have a hackathon with the high school, the tertiary level students, and we also have a cocktail in the evening, because we know it's a lot of events, so we want to have some fun, and so we have a cocktail lined up for the 18th. So
And that is a lot of events. So where can people find the information for that?
they can visit our Beltrade page, Facebook page, and also our SPDC page, or call us at our office, and we can fill you in on all the details of these events.
All right. Well, thank you for being here and for
Thank
giving
you.
us a preview. And we really hope people take advantage of this opportunity to learn how to put their ideas into focus and as potential businesses
Yes.
later on, right?
Thank you.
We're going to go ahead now and take a break. And when we come back, we'll be hearing from the Salvation Army on their kickstart of their Christmas drive. So stay tuned.
watch out. You better not cry, better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Gift yourself this Christmas with the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Basketball all season long is Tristan Thompson. He has the best player in the world. Great players have a way of allowing you to flow into the game. Curry gets into the ball there. Really good action. James backing down against Barnes. Blocked by Bogut. Moskov throws it down. Rain throws it out.
Stay in touch and say everything you want to say, how you want to say it, with as many SMS you want. Smart's new SMS package gives you unlimited international and national messages for less than $1 a day. Simply dial *767 or *SMS to purchase the 30-day pass for only $25. That's right, unlimited SMS for only $25. Text all you want with Smart's unlimited SMS package. 'Cause Smart, the love.
Smart, bringing people together. Brianna, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
That's great, honey. You have to study hard then and get good grades.
Yes, Mommy, I will. Mommy, why do the neighbors have to play the music so loud?
Every day, people are affected by noise. Noise, like loud music, is not a concern for those making the noise because they are not the ones being affected. It is usually the vulnerable that is impacted the most by noise pollution, such as the sick, the elderly, and the young. That is why the Department of the Environment is asking you to be considerate of your neighbors. Be mindful that your actions can have lasting effects, and know that noise pollution is an offense under the pollution regulation.
Welcome back, and as was mentioned earlier in the show, our final segment for today is a conversation about the Salvation Army Christmas Drive, and it really is the beginning of the season. We have with us Major Jollier Leandre, who is the Regional Commander for the Salvation Army Belize. We have partners for the Salvation Army, Grace Kennedy, Belize, Trudy Joseph, and Hurbert Gillett of Bravo. Good morning and welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Major, it's fascinating that the time is already here.
Christmas decor.
First of all, I want to start off by just finding out how you guys are doing. We know you suffered a loss in terms of infrastructure of a church recently, so let's just start with an update there.
Yes, it was Sunday morning.
Yeah.
At 4:30 in the morning, we got a call from our neighbors that there was fire in the area. By the time we reached there, then the building was already in flame.
Yeah.
You know, but thanks be to God, the fire brigade was on the scene. They were able to contain the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Had it not been the professionalism, I think the whole area would have been totally destroyed. So it's only the upper building. Totally gone.
Yeah.
There's some minor damage out downstairs, which is not so serious.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel more frustrated for our neighbors than for ourselves, because whereas as a church we can easily deal with the situation. But I look at children. One of our neighbor has 3 children, and going to school and so on and so forth, having nowhere to live. This is a concern. I visited them yesterday, and we offer little assistance. And also, with the permission, I have the permission to ask the public. They could contact them and see how best they can assist them to get back. Two of them, but I didn't see the other one. Mr. Louis Macedona, I think that's the man. His cell number and so on. If anybody wants to contact him to assist him, I'd be happy for that.
Of course. And I'm glad you brought that up. The reason I started the conversation there is because we know that you are in the process of raising funds, one, to be able to execute your regular functions, but also to be able to lend out assistance, as you just mentioned you have. Let's jump into the initiation of the Christmas drive now.
The Christmas drive is the main event for us.
Yeah.
Worldwide, particularly in Belize. As you know, Salvation Army has been here for 101 years. And the public has been very, very supportive of the Salvation Army. So even before we launched the kettle, the public has already begun to call us, and most of them are taking the donations right now, even as I speak. So it is a community event that everybody looks forward to, and so we want to really express our gratitude to the public over the years who have never failed us. All our programs are basically locally supported. We do get overseas sponsors, but locally we can count on the public, and they are always with us. So the kettle launch is the official event.
Yeah.
Everybody would come, but for the public they start long before the process.
Well, for the business sector as well. So let's talk to some of the partners you have here. Trudy and Hurbert, tell us about why your individual companies decided early on to get on board with the Salvation Army and show your support.
Trudy, I'm not sure if you want to go first.
Things have changed.
Yes, things have changed.
Go ahead.
Now, I know Bravo Motors, when we come on the morning shows and when we come and open your eyes, we normally are here to talk about our products, our vehicles, our services. However, today we're just here as good corporate citizens. Now, with that said, Bravo Motors, along with Salvation Army, has had a very long relationship, not 101 years, but it has been a long relationship between both institutions. And our major part is the toy drive.
Yes.
And what we do is we facilitate with that entire process. So if you would go to we're just beginning to place the barrels out. We are going to have them at A&R locations. Of course, in Belize City, we're going to have them at the 2 Brodies. We have them Brodies on the Northern Highway and downtown.
Yeah.
And we're also doing Hofis as well. So we have a number of places, and A&R also. Sorry if I mentioned that.
Yeah.
We have a number of places that we place our barrels. Now, all we're appealing to the customers, if you're in A&R and you're shopping around for something, you might see that small item that might seem insignificant to you. What you do is you just pick it up, put it in your basket, you go to the register, of course you pay for it, and we are going to have a barrel clearly marked at all of these places. So you just take it out and you just drop it in a barrel. And that small item that may seem so insignificant to you is very significant to a child. I had the distinct opportunity to be last year at the Christmas dinner, and I was a part along with the mayor, and we were passing out some of the gifts. And you can literally see it it's a very good opportunity that I got, and that's what we want to appeal to the customers in terms of our toy drive.
Yeah, let me jump in here because I think you're right. Bravo has had a long relationship.
Of course.
In fact, you're even part of the elves that participate in the Christmas luncheon itself. But what is it about this particular agency and what they do that appeals to your company in wanting to get involved to this level?
Well, from a business standpoint, what we notice, especially when it comes to the Salvation Army, is that they are not for themselves. This is a company this is an institution, a charity institution that gives back to everyone, and we can clearly see that we are a part of that as well. So that is one of the main tag points that allow us to partner with Salvation Army so well, because they're not for themselves. They give back to the community in many different ways.
Yeah.
Trudy? Well, for us, we have been working along with the Salvation Army. We actually work with them throughout the year, where we're a part of the feeding program. We offer as a part of the lunch for the children at the school, and we go in quarterly as a staff for us to then go and prepare the food for the children and offer it to them. And so Christmas time, there is the big Christmas dinner that occurs mainly or most of the time at Holy Redeemer Parish Hall for upwards of 600 children. 7? Where are we now? Because we're getting to 1,000.
Every year it's getting bigger.
Yes,
Bigger.
a lot more, and it's a lot of what innocent children. They are so cute, and they're there, and so we participate in providing some of the ingredients and also the persons who serve, and then we do the one at the Salvation Army Primary School. And so it has happened for the last 2 years. It's been on the same day. And so some of our staff go to do the big luncheon, and then other staff members go to the school. For us, it is really talking about the whole Grace Week here, and Salvation Army really puts that into action. And it's not just Christmas time. And so for us, staff is then able to just be a part of something as grand as giving back to the persons who will hopefully become our great prime ministers and other students that become teachers and all of the like. So for us, it's just something wonderful for us to be a part of.
Yeah, it's really good to have Christmas cheer, even in November.
Yes.
How do you? What message do you want to send to the public if they want to participate in the Christmas drive? How do they get involved?
The main message of Christmas is that we want people to know that God is love.
Yes.
And that God we talk about is not a distant God. He's with us, and He's in us. And each of us has the Spirit of God in us, and we can do things that would bring joy. To see somebody smile, it's really the biggest gift that you can find, because when you see somebody smile, it tells you a lot. So persons who are interested, we do have a number of volunteers who every year come on board, and we have already met with them. They are ready to go. But we do also have opportunities for business persons. Sometimes they volunteer to come for 3 hours and a 4 hours period. So we have that window of opportunities. And we have celebrities who knows that he can attract a lot of.
I think that's good.
So
it was a yearly activity for me. It's really interesting. It's a very interesting experience. And I wanted to get to that, Major, before you wrap. But you know, the tradition of that bell ringing in the street is one that just, I think it takes us all back to our childhood. It's part of the soundtrack for Christmas in Belize. What is the tradition behind the red kettle, and how generous do you find people being over the course of the years?
The tradition began many years ago. I'm sure I don't come with the. I think I mentioned that last year. But it started with one man who saw the need to really feed the people in the United States, who borrowed that idea from England, and they started that kettle. And then it spread out throughout the world, where now we are in 127 countries throughout the world, and almost everywhere you go, you find a Christmas kettle, and people are excited to give. Now, many parts of the world, people only give one time. And Belize is not fun, but the only thing that is that is really special about Belize is that we have a couple of persons who decide that they're going to give throughout the year. And that's what has helped over the years, such as Grace and J. Bravo Motors, and other organizations that come on board. And they normal the citizen out there who have probably some clothes and they have something to give away, they come in and they give, and so other persons who need it. So the people come and go. So we are linked to the public. So we really appreciate the support we get from the public, and one can say they have never let us down. Last year it was the first time last year we had met all. Over the years we always have a main sponsor, but over the from 2014 we have not had a main sponsor. We have all the corporate people who step in. We had lost our main sponsor, but other people have come. This year Scotiabank is the one who say they decided they want to be one of the main sponsors.
Oh, fantastic.
So the kettle luncheon will be done by Scotia this year, and they also have requested that we put a kettle there. It's the first time we are going to have a kettle by Scotiabank based on that special request. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be on Friday the 11th, the launch at Scotiabank.
Okay.
We have Wesley College band. Last year they did a fantastic job. These young people can play. Yes, and so they have decided this year again when we call them, say, principal say they are coming. So not only people will come give them, but they will be well entertained. It's a wonderful experience too.
So starting this Friday, we start seeing the red kettle.
And the little bell that everyone is so familiar with.
It's exhausting. Can I tell you? That was my first lesson that I learned. You realize why it's a slow pace, because it's tiring.
So it starts so fast and then it gradually.
Enthusiasm.
But and I think it's always great to have you, because we can remind people why the support that they offer is important, and the luncheon is one, which is a great event when you see those kids and their faces light up, but also for the rest of the programs that you have going throughout the year.
Yes. Basically, if I would probably mention, this year we are catering for roughly 800 families, and throughout Belize we go. The main center will be Belize City, Regent Street, Castle Street. Although building is done, but we are going to make sure that it's ready for the downstairs to receive the people there. Then we have 12 Cemetery Road. Then we go to Hattieville, and then Mascal, then Georgeville, and then San Ignacio. See, all those places we have various spots where food parcel distribution will be done. The children will get the toys there. We'll take the toys to them. So we are catering for roughly 2,500 children every year. That's the target, and that's why every gift is appreciated.
All right. So of course, one of the things that you need at this time is always sponsorship and volunteers, right? So go ahead and tell us how people can get involved and assist in the initiatives for the Christmas drive.
As usual, they can call our numbers 227-3365, and for the business community especially, I know they are available, but once they let us know, then we can give the volunteers a break. We can always fit them on the schedule, so that's no problem at all. And the corporate citizen who want to be a part sponsor, the door is wide open. And some of them may not want to be named and so on and so forth. We understand that, but we welcome everybody on board.
And the gift drop-off centers are at?
The gift drop-off centers, we have them, of course, at A&R. We have the two Brody's facility, Brody's downtown and Brody's on the Northern Highway. We are getting clearance from Hofius as well. So, and we have a number of places. However, if you go into an institution and you see the barrel, we will have them clearly marked.
Okay.
So you will know it's going to the Salvation Army. You'll see the Salvation Army shield that everyone knows. So we will have every barrel clearly marked. And please feel free, drop in that small little token. We actually have some customers last year, and what they did is they took the presents home, they wrapped them, and they placed it back in the barrel. And that really speaks leaps and bounds for us here. So especially like that one lucky kid that would get that gift that is wrapped,
Yeah.
man, it's just amazing. So
Do you want them to label it male, female? If they wrap
yes,
it?
if you would wrap it, we would ask if you can label male, female, and an age range. That way,
Okay.
when we pass them out, we know exactly who would appreciate that gift the most.
Yeah.
So drop off your gifts. Feel free. Like I said, it may be something that looks small to you, but everyone will appreciate it.
It makes the Christmas Belize.
Yes, correct.
All right, guys.
From the food end, we do have persons that, we have to provide a lot of the ingredients. And so if it is that you would like to make a donation, be it like a cake, you can always contact either the Salvation Army or Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, where we can work together, provide you with some of the ingredients from Grace Kennedy, and then you can bake that cake and we can have it either for the Salvation Army Primary School or for the luncheon that is for a lot of students. Like we say 700, but I know this year we'll probably have more than 700. And so it's a part of giving, and sometimes it's difficult to give a lot, but whenever we all come together and give a little, there's so many hearts and persons that we can touch.
May I just add to what she said here? This year we have decided to do 2 different dinner because of the amount of children.
Oh, you split it.
We split it. We have 700 at Holy Redeemer, and the rest of the 166 will be at Cemetery Road. Yeah. Then other places we will.
Excellent job letting us know this now. This is like wonderful.
Yes. So that's some more gift that you guys would need to drop into that barrel.
I got the memo.
Yes.
Yes, clearly.
And I just want to touch base a little bit as well. If you cannot drop it in the barrel, what you can do is you can contact us at Bravo Motors, and we always have someone here in the city. So even if you're at home and you have this small token that you like to present to someone, you just let us know ahead of time, and we will be happy to pick it up, or you can drop it off at our office as well.
Great. All right.
So there's no reason not to give that small token.
Okay. Well, thank you all for being here this morning.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank
All
you.
right.
Some early Christmas cheer.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have our wrap up, so stay tuned.